When is itching for some reason. Um, I'm watching more and more videos on people getting evicted, and it all comes down to the same thing. They're not paying their bills. I mean, it's mostly women with like a bunch of kids. That also the same thing with the food stamps women. It's like it's pretty much the same thing. A woman with more children than she can afford, and she wants somebody else to pay her and her kids' way in life. Now, I just have one question. And every time these videos start, they want to have multiple fathers for these children. I just don't understand. Like I said, everybody I know that is married, that is in my family, even people that have been through divorce, they know how many children they can handle. They know what their children limits are like. They know they can only handle a household of 2 or 3 kids. They also know they can only afford 2 or 3 kids. Now these are structured families with 2 adults, 2 parents, mothers and fathers. That all seem to hate their exes really bad. But besides that, um, I'm pretty sure have their struggles with having, kids and whatever. But the fact is, the people that have 2 parents, the kids have 2 parents, and like one of my brothers, his wife lost his job, but they're still, as far as I know, in their house, and they're still doing well enough. But I don't know. He hadn't updated me on the situation. But as far as I know, I hadn't heard anything else about it. So they must have got their situation straightened out. But all I know is everything that seems to be going on with a lot of this stuff with these single women, their brat kids that grow up and destroy society. It all comes down to one thing: the kids don't have a father, or I'm gonna say even as just any kind of other parent in the house. It's like single parents seem to be expecting everybody to. These single women seem to everybody want to. Pay their way in life, pay for their 6 kids, pay for their rent, pay for their this, pay for their that. Now I'd say this is a man with no children, no relationship experience. They're like, oh well, I'm gonna go hungry because I can't afford to feed my kids because I don't have any food stamps. Well, for one, like I said, people I know that are employed that did no food stamps, and even the few seniors in my family I know that don't get any real assistance. For the most part, they have a functional lifestyle that they can manage. It's almost like the universe is telling you, single parenting, multiple offspring with no support system is not meant to work that way. Because children are supposed to be raised by 2 adults, and I just don't get it. Why do these single moms think everybody should pay for everything that they need for their kids, when people that can afford to manage, at least 3 people I know how many kids they can handle, emotionally, responsibly, all that stuff? I don't know anybody in my immediate family that has 6, 7 kids. Like, there's 2 or 3 couples that have maybe 3 kids. But again, it's all 2 parent dual income households. And then these families are all white people. And I'm not trying to say this is a racist thing, but like, where's the entitlement? Now, I say this is someone who is on a fixed income, who can't work, who can't drive, who's been disabled since 18. And yeah, I spend some of my money on junk on eBay because I get depressing only. But also, before I even buy one thing off of eBay, I pay my rent, I pay my bills, I buy my groceries. I just don't understand it. I know I'm just taking care of me, but I do prioritize. And I hopefully the government can solve my housing problem, because I can't make somebody like me. And that's the problem I've run into with and I don't know why I'm telling my, I don't know what's going on in my head, but probably my neck stuff or something. I just like got a crick in my neck. But again, I don't get these people. Why have 6, 7, 8 kids when it's not meant that, when the system is, when things aren't meant to work that way. Human children need two adults. I mean, even if, like, say, I don't know, let's say a gay couple adopts a kid, that child still has two adults. One person to be the firm one, the other person to be a soft one. And I say, like I said, I know I made that weird thing about the Xbox and the gay thing, but like, I don't know where I was going with that. I just don't understand why companies aren't focusing on who actually buys their crap. I just don't get it. Like, if I was a company and knowing my fan base was heterosexuals, then I would make products for heterosexuals, not homosexuals. And I'm not saying against somebody, I'm not saying anything against someone being homosexual. I'm just saying that when it comes to these situations, I keep hearing the same thing. I'm not paying my bills, but I got an expensive Lexus car to get around in and drag my kids to the crap. And I'm like, well, if you can afford that expensive car, or you can afford an expensive nail salon trip, or whatever else, all the things you're doing, luring all these men that you have all these children with, why don't you quit spending so much money on that and spend your money on your bills? I don't know, like, I don't get it. Why people don't prioritize. Why there are people that make extremely large incomes that blow it on multiple trips to Disney while ignoring their actual bills. I just don't get the financial stupidity of some people. I only get $1,000 a month from the government, and I spend it responsibly. I mean, and I run out of money every month trying to keep my food and my things stable. But now my food stamps is up. Maybe that won't happen as much. But I stay negative at the bank, but my bills are paid. And my housing problem has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with the property owner. They don't like schizophrenics. Hopefully the government can fix that, because I've done nothing wrong. I'm just dealing with an asshole. But, hopefully that can be resolved. Cause by law, I have the right to be housed, because I do what I'm supposed to. But, you can't get around somebody that's got a prejudiced attitude. I just saying, I spend all my money. I show you guys how I spend my money. There's no drugs, there's no alcohol, there's no cigarettes in the apartment, there's none of that crap. There's paying bills, buying some entertainment a little bit, because I can't get my friggin' internet to stream stuff or download stuff. But that's it. The necessities come before any eBay orders ever placed every month. What's the rest of you dipshits' problems?